A man who is 1-0 as a head coach. My friend Chris Carrawell joins us on the Adam Gold Show. You don't get to keep that win, though, do you?
I don't think I do, AG. I don't think I do.
Man, good job though. SMU's got some players. What enabled you? Do you think? Because it's not just that game; it's the game at Georgia Tech and the game at Louisville. And Louisville, I think, is one of those teams that has a chance to be in the NCAA tournament too. What is it about this group that is? Because it's a lot of youth. That has enabled them to be really good away from home.
You know, our defense has been incredible. And, you know, and like they said, defense travels. And so when you go on the road, you had a defensive mindset, mentality from the start. And even when our shots wasn't falling, we've been able to sustain our defensive intensity throughout the course of a game. And that's been, I think, the main key so far, especially on the road. We've been able to guard really good teams and make it tough for them throughout the course of a 40-minute game.
You did that to Pitt. I know that wasn't a road game. Pitt made a little bit of a run, I don't know, like a 9-2 or a 7-2 run to close within 11 at the under 8 media timeout. And that was it. They were, I mean, that was an incredible way to close that game. Look, I think the guys are probably wired where they don't need to have a fire lit under them. So what happened in that huddle that led to 18-0 to close out the game?
You know, I think that we were playing pretty good throughout the course of the game. Then we had like 3 or 4 turnovers, like kind of in a row consecutively, and they were able to capitalize on it. So, you know, with the under 8 timeout, Coach Raleigh did an excellent job of getting our guys, you know, attention by we got settled down on the offensive end, which was hurting our defense, you know.
Mm-hmm. And
they settled in, and we got a score, and then we just started playing really good defense again. You know, the ball went in. We got a couple shots to go in. Then, you know, I think that gets your defense going again. And against Pitt, that happened against a really good, well-coached Pitt team.
I mean, I think they are good. That's the thing that I took away from it was Pitt's good. I think they're legitimately good. And Jeff has done. I give that administration a ton of credit because it was a slow start for them. And there were times where it didn't look like it wasn't going to happen. They have stuck with it. I think it's gonna pay off huge for them. I loved I love Jeff like I love you and John. He's such a high character guy. But I think they are good, and that's what made the win, I thought, even more impressive. Everybody talked about the dunk. John compared it. He compared the reaction to it like a Zion dunk. There's nothing quite like a Zion dunk, but Cooper Flagg hasn't blown out a sneaker, as far as I could tell. But what did you think? What do you think about his athleticism?
Hey, AG, to be honest with you, he hasn't been like, you know, everybody watched him in high school. I was expecting what happened against Pitt to happen like a while ago. You know, I'm like, what is this guy? Show some. I mean, he's had a heck of a year. But like in terms of the highlight dunks and the stuff that we've seen in high school, we hadn't seen that yet.
Right.
So it kind of caught everybody by surprise, which. Because, you know, we people have been waiting, and I was waiting. I'm like, when is this guy going to show me something that was like? And I think that it kind of came and got people just out of their seats because they were surprised.
Yeah,
and it was an unbelievable play, man. You can watch it from whatever angle you want to watch it from. It was just, it was. I'll let you know when we talk later where I rank it at. I'm not, you know, we'll have to talk about that, but it was impressive, man. It was impressive.
When he blocks a shot like Zion did, leaving the floor from below, from basically the key, at Virginia and blocks DeAndre Hunter's 3-point
Right.
attempt. When he blocks a shot like that, then we can start comparing him to Zion.
That's right. I agree.
I mean, but we're talking about Zion. Zion's 1 in a million. It really is. As a college player, I mean, I've never seen anything like it before, and I don't know that I'll see anything like it, going forward. But Flagg, everybody talks about his competitiveness. John said after the game that Cooper was mad that he picked up a third foul, and that's what ignited the dunk.
Yeah, they got him, which you don't want to give him any, picking up, fouls like that to get him to do what he did with the dunk, but it did. And then he kind of played angry from that point on, which it ignited our team. And just special kid, special talent, and he's he competes, man, on both ends of the floor. And who knew that a third foul would get arguably the best dunk in college this year?
Is he a better defender or an offensive player?
I would say his offense is ahead of his defense, but I would say the thing that's the most impressive is his versatility. You can put him in, man. He's one of those guys that I used to love growing up. The Grant Hills, the Penny Hardaways, the Steve Smiths, the Scottie Pippins, the guys that at that size, right, they could do it all. They could score, they could rebound, they can pass, they can guard. He's like those guys, special talent. And why is it special? Because of his versatility, the understanding of the game. I think he leads us in every freaking category.
He does.
That there is.
Well, he's got the ball all the time, so which is fine. I saw you at a middle school basketball game a couple of years ago, and I asked you about Tyrese Proctor, who was struggling. I don't know if it's maturity, understanding maybe better than he has ever understood exactly what his role is. But are we seeing the best version of him?
Yes, we are. Yes, sir. And just think, AG, he came to school early. Mm-hmm. He really should be a sophomore. And so what you're seeing now is the evolution of a guy who's been in your program. This is his third year. He's had ups, he's had downs, and now you get to a point where you kind of just understand. And it used to be like that all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
And I hate to sound like the old uncle, but when guys it was some freshmen that were outstanding back then, but most of the players it was an evolution where they were good or okay freshman year, sophomore year, you've seen the growth. Then they come into their own, their junior year, then by the senior, these guys are really good. He's there where his game has evolved. He understands his role, his leadership has gotten better, and where now he's doing it on both sides of the ball, and it really helps our team.
Yeah, well, I mean, his defense was probably ahead of his offense as a freshman. And then I remember the game against Tennessee in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago that unfortunately ended the season, but he balled out in that game. He kept you guys viable in that game. It might have been his best game of the year. I don't know, given the circumstances. But I'm not sure he is not the second most important player. And you have a lot of important players. I'm asking you about one more guy, and then we'll let you go. And I appreciate your time. Chris Carrawell, Duke, I'm going to say occasional head basketball coach for the Blue Devils. Isaiah Evans. Now, my son is in love with what he watched his highlights on YouTube all the time. He loved Flagg, but he is a huge Evans. He just calls him Slim. I assume that's his nickname. That's good with me. What can he be?
He could be. That's a great question, AJ. He could be one of the best shooters in our program's history.
Really?
Yeah, he's a unbelievable talent, of course, but his shooting, man.
Yeah.
He didn't make any last game, of course. It's gonna go, but I'm talking in terms of a guy who's who can really shoot the ball with range and with size. I think that's the thing that surprises you about if you ever meet him, he's 6'7".
Yeah.
Got great size, and he shoots it like he's a 6'2", 6'3". Got an unbelievable shot, man. And so as he continues to get better on both ends of the floor, of course, but his defense, his shooting, man, is already he has a elite skill, and that's his shooting.
Yeah, if you can shoot the ball, you can play forever. If you can shoot, I mean, I argued that about J.J. Redick when he came out of school. I'm like, he can shoot. He's going to play. He had a pretty good.
Okay. He's gonna be okay.
Yeah. He had a pretty good career. Well, I mean, Evans already has a win. I mean, the Auburn game. I know the team played great.
No, that was the game. That's the Isaiah Evans game.
It's unbelievable. He came off the bench, made 6 in the first half. It was because I thought when he made his first one, I really thought Auburn was going to run away. I mean, no, this was not about you. Auburn's super impressive, and I know their big guy is hurt right now, or at least was hurt for a little bit. You sound like you're playing hurt. I'm gonna let you go. I hope everything is good. Happy New Year to you. I will hope to see you soon, hopefully before the ACC tournament.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot, man. Take care, buddy.
You got it. Chris Carrawell here on the Adam Gold Show.